Welcome to another episode of the Inquisitive Mind of Lewis T, where I do deep dives on just different things that come to my mind. I always just wonder how women feel about their representation in hip-hop, especially with the new generation of women hip-hop being so prevalent these days. I think, and one of the things I want to talk about being more prevalent now than it's been in a long time. I'm going to I'm going to have them introduce themselves, starting to my right.
My name is Sarah Will, and I am a promoter of the indie and local artists around here in Wilmington and Brunswick and New Hanover County. And I'm also a chef, and I'm glad to be here today to vibe off of these ladies and this awesome guy over here.
Mm-hmm. Hi, my name is Mimi Wyndham. I am your bartender's favorite bartender, YBFB. I am a music lover since birth. But yeah, I am here today. Thank you for having me. So this is a very interesting topic. It's very much needed.
All right.
My name is Russiia. I'm an independent hip-hop artist. I have a mixtape called Russian Creme coming out on the 26th this month, and I have a couple music videos coming out. So be on the lookout for that, and thank you for having me.
So we had already kind of had this idea, but since we had this idea before filming, the whole thing with Jermaine Dupri came out, and then Cardi B. So let's jump with the Jermaine Dupri part of it. I don't know if y'all saw it before I sent it to the group, but what did y'all feel about what Jermaine Dupri said?
Disagree.
I kind of agree.
And for the people that don't know, so and I don't know if the whole thing came out, and I'm gonna try to have the link in the bio if you're not familiar with it. But Jermaine Dupri was on People, I believe, and he was saying that he pretty much wasn't listening to any of the women out there. He pretty much said they were strippers, or like stripper rapping and things of that
so
nature.
It's not technically what he's saying is not what I'm identifying with. It's basically kind of around what he's saying. As far as it being so much of my body, and all of this stuff like that, versus everything else in the world that's going on, like integrating that. You got a lot of hype up that's got to do with you and your body, and this, like, we need to stop being so self-conscious about our bodies, and be a little bit more open-minded, and that kind of takes you away from that when you're thinking more of the songs that are coming out. But I also agree with your side, too.
What's your side, then?
Yeah. When I seen the interview, I really disagree. It's a lot of diverse in hip hop, and he only listens to what he wants to listen to. You have to take yourself out of that box and put yourself out there and just explore what's out there instead of just seeing one side. You know what I mean? Like they said, sex sells. It does, but it gets tiring. You get tired of having sex over and over and over again. Let's slow down. Let's do something different. And that's where I see it. Do something different. Go see what's out there. You know what I'm saying? And when Cardi B came in and tagged those artists, we ain't gonna go that far, but
the morning show broke it down though. Was it the morning show or was it the
Breakfast Club?
It was the Breakfast Club. They broke it down very, very well to make me understand more what you
see what I'm saying? So it's something similar. That's why I said Jermaine Dupri listens to what he wants to listen to. He needs to explore other options. So, you know what I'm saying? Other beautiful options.
Russiia,
that's what's out there.
You as a female MC, what did you think about it?
I definitely see where you're coming from because it's a lot of diversity in female hip hop right now. We have a bunch of females out here that aren't rapping about sex, are not rapping about their bodies, and they're still doing numbers just as well as everybody else. But right now, sex does sell. It does. It's a main symbol right now. I feel like, as you said, it is women empowerment. People need to be comfortable with their bodies. You need to be comfortable talking about your body. But at the moment, sometimes you have to sit there and say, what do the fans want to hear? Right now, that kind of stuff is popular. So people are going to put that out because that's what's trending right now. And sometimes, as what I say, you just got to think about what do people want to hear.
Well, I'm not a City Girl fan. Y'all did see what I did when the songs came on, right?
You
I was dancing.
out.
No, I was dancing.
Oh.
In the club, I'm going to be dancing. I'm not really a fan as far as, like, I'm not going to go to them in anything, in any playlists
Yeah.
and play them or this, that, and third. But you can guarantee that if I'm in the club, they're gonna get me excited and get me pumped up and get me dancing or whatever.
Right.
But if I'm actually having to listen to the words, I'm like,
I'm not a fan of the lyrics.
you know, it's just like,
It's
come
catchy.
on
The
now.
beat's catchy.
Very,
Yeah.
It's
very.
hype.
I'm a
you
huge
know?
beat person, especially like kind of around our ages. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people vibe off of the lyrics alone, and some people really vibe off the beat. I'm more of a beat person first, and then that'll bring me into your lyrics. If you got something catchy, I can listen to you a little bit, but I'm not gonna listen to you as much, and I'm surely not gonna purchase you.
Yeah.
So and actually I saw the Cardi B before I even knew exactly what she was replying to, but I just thought it was interesting because we had this idea to do this show. So how did you feel about what the Cardi B's response to? Because I feel like she probably took offense because she. Right now, arguably, she's number one as far as female rappers. I don't even think that's arguably, but
I
you
really
know,
like Cardi B. I'm not afraid to say that.
you know.
I love her for the fact that I've seen her did it from the mud. She did it from the mud and muscle. You know what I mean? And she's not ashamed of it. She's a storyteller. She's our Bronx queen storyteller. So when I don't think she felt offended by mentioning those artists in her post. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I think she was proud. Like, listen to these other artists. It's not all about this. It's other things. You know what I'm saying? It's they're telling their stories, crime, politics. They might say a little sex, but it's not all about sex or, you know, smashing somebody. It's about kids, women, men, how the men treating the women, how the women treating the men. It's other topics they're telling us. You know what I'm saying? I listen to the lyrics before I even listen to the beat. That's
Yeah.
just me. I've been doing it ever since the 80s, telling my age.
No, you ain't. It's okay.
But
So-
we
that was-
22 yesterday.
So I mean, but to you know, and not to be the guy taking up for the guy, but to Jermaine Dupri, as someone who is older, the women that are in the forefront, I mean, I would say none of the women that are in the forefront I would say are lyrical, and I mean, I would say. And I mean, I don't listen to a bunch. I'm aware. I feel like I'm aware more than most. And if I'm wrong, let me know. But Megan Thee Stallion, I would say she got a couple bars, but I wouldn't think of her as lyrical. Rhapsody is lyrical,
I
but
like her a lot.
I brought this up when Megan was on the come up, like, you know, and I was like, and I don't know the numbers now, but Megan has way more Instagram followers than Rhapsody. But Rhapsody is Grammy nominated, I believe. She's worked with Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole,
Yeah,
Right.
who are
It's
the
backwards.
tops.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
right.
so it's like that. I feel like there's some credence to what Jermaine Dupri is saying.
I think that Cardi was more of upset about the fact that people aren't aware of these other
Well,
other artists.
Yeah.
Not just that she was proud, definitely proud.
Yeah.
But that the fact that, okay, you have this, Jermaine Dupri has such this statue in his community and in music. And for you to come out and that be what you said, when I know you didn't do any research before you came out. You didn't
Well, he
go
didn't know. He
and
probably
look.
didn't know they were going
He
to
looked
ask
thrown
him.
off. He looked thrown off. He
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
So,
like-
but that's why, you know, I'm pretty sure that's why she felt that way, is because he didn't know of. And there's at least two of them that I didn't know of. And I'm
Oh,
very
yeah.
thankful that I got to get to know them a little bit better, because I'm not really a fan of Kamaya, but I'm huge on our old school West Coast. I'm not too huge on our new school West Coast.
Yeah, Kamaya, like Kamaya was Freshman XL, I feel like a few years ago, and that's what put her on my radar, and I was like, that's not for me.
It's not.
You know,
It's not for me.
But I mean, Jermaine Dupri, he put out the Brat. She was the first solo platinum selling female
used to love
artist.
her.
Versus, yes.
So, you
I
know,
love her.
so he definitely, he knows something about female rap. And I mean, I felt like Brat did a good job. Like, she was kind of like the prototype for like the young MAs or whatnot, you know, and then later on she kind of did a little bit more of the sex appeal, but she kind of, you know, I mean, I feel like the early Brat, Jermaine Dupri had a lot to do with that style.
Yeah, and then with
So-
Kamaya comes off a little bit more manly, and she's not.
It's
She's not a manly person. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like she's trying to, and she has the grill in that's not actually in there. So she's always
It's
talking
fun.
like. So it's like the image out there
It's-
that's not you.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's
But
cool.
Right,
It's
so
I mean,
passion.
even Kamaya's not. I mean, right now, to me, the top female people out there, Cardi, Nicki, City Girls, Megan Thee Stallion, and then you got the the dolls. I felt like, because I feel like it seemed like all the dolls, I thought they were going to be next, kind of after that Cardi wave, because they were more in that vein. But none of them really kind of. I think Cash Doll might be the biggest out of the dolls.
Asian Doll just got signed under Gucci to 1017. So I feel like this coming year is gonna be her year. I really like her. I followed her ever since she was first making music.
I don't know. I don't know any of them apart. Is she one of the ones that was any of them on Love and Hip Hop?
No, you're talking about. I think her name is Dream Doll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no,
Dream
she
Doll.
makes music.
Okay.
She makes. Yeah.
So Cash Doll, Asian, the biggest dolls then are
I think
Ash
it's Cash
and Asian.
And Cupid still makes music. I haven't really heard about her in a while though.
I've never heard of her. So what do y'all overall take away with Jermaine Dupri, Cardi, whatever? So go around. How do you feel about the current state of female hip hop? Let's start with you.
We up. That's all I can say. It's definitely the come up. Females are coming back. It's so much talent out here. And I just love seeing all these females working together and empowering each other, because if you don't empower each other, nobody gonna make it to the top.
Mimi?
I agree. And they're not doing it for the numbers, like for likes or, you know what I'm saying? They're doing it because it's their passion. So I agree for what you're saying. Empowerment, as long as they're getting what they deserve and getting, where they need to be, I'm all for it. Because me, like I said, I'm an 80s baby, and it's a lot of
Born to
female,
Reaganomics.
a lot of female hip hop in the 80s, early 90s that paved the way for the female artists now. I don't care if they're City Girls, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. I don't care. The dolls. It's that old school hip hop. If it wasn't for them, none of them would be here where they are today. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying. So, and another thing, that Tierra Whack, my 14-year-old daughter listens to her, and Rico.
Rico Nasty.
Yeah, I heard her, spit bars. I said, damn.
Rico is
she's
dope.
all right.
So is Tierra.
She's like the
Nasty's
Marilyn.
a woman?
Yeah, she just made double XL this year.
Yeah, she's like the Marilyn Manson of hip hop, but she's so gorgeous. She's cute. I love her. She get that crowd hype. She was over in Sweden. She was doing a tour.
Nah, we don't rock with Sweden no more. Free ASAP Rocky.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did. But yeah,
No, I'm
hopefully
just
he
saying,
come
go
out. But she stepped on stage, grabbed that mic. She couldn't even get 5 words out of her mouth, and they knew the song, and she got the crowd hype, and it was just cool. You know what I'm saying? And the other artist that was tagged, they call her Chica.
It's the African artist. Oh goodness gracious.
Yeah.
You talking about?
Chica is
Orion.
Yeah.
Excuse me if I'm messing
I'm
up her
gonna mess
name.
it
I
up.
don't want to do it. When I tell you, I had to say 2 of her posts. She passionately
very
has that knowledge.
So did you
Through
know about her
IG.
before Cardi B?
Did I know about her before? No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
Because I never heard. I was familiar somewhat of Tierra Whack, but I never listened to her music. I wasn't the chick that we're talking about now that we can't know her name.
Those ladies
I wasn't
are
familiar
dope.
with her.
So I don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Those, when I tell you,
Aranica.
yeah,
We're
love her. Whew, Father.
Oraniku, Oranicu.
I'm not mentioning.
Yeah.
Oraniku.
But she
she's dope.
is
She's dope. She's like an essence. Yeah.
harder than some of these guys out here.
And talk about feeling good within your skin.
Woo.
She does not care about fashion. She does not care about having her hair slayed to the gods. None of that stuff.
And she'll
but
tell
and she
you.
is so she feels so good in her skin, and she feels so good in her skin, and she feels so good in her skin. And we ain't gonna talk about me today, but. That's what I like, and I want to see in hip hop. I want to see people that, you know what I'm saying, if you like the heels and you like to look as good as Russiia does, and you can get up there and you feel good doing it, don't look like you're a robot or whatever, and if you get up there and you have a big old t-shirt, some jogging pants and whatever, and you get up there and you do it and you just are who you are, you feel it, you give out good music, good vibes, good energy, that's where I see.
That's where the respect comes in.
There you
Respect
go.
me who I
There you
am.
go.
So
I am.
how do you feel about the current state of female hip hop?
I feel like we are heading somewhere, but I feel like a quick left or a right, we're going to be heading somewhere wrong fast. So I feel like I wish that we still, like I said before, had more females that were very confident in themselves, other than the glitz and the glamour type, kind of like the Chica. I'm messing the name up again. I'm gonna have to do better. But like something more along the lines of that, because she's speaking to young women, she's speaking to older women, she's speaking to everybody.
And she sings.
Yeah, and she sings beautifully. And listening to Rhapsody, she brings me back to, I'm an 80s baby too.
She's my Nas.
She brings me back to, she actually gives me more of like a, kind of like a
laid back.
Kind of like a Wu-Tang, kind of like a Raw Digga. I know that kind of
She
sounded
reminds
weird.
me of Jean Grey. I don't know if y'all familiar with Jean Grey, but I feel like Jean Grey is the 90s version of Rhapsody, but like that same vibe. And Jean Grey's still making music out there, so y'all should check her out if y'all not familiar.
Definitely.
But I've seen her a couple of times in New York. Really dope.
Definitely. Yeah, but
she's my Nas.
I just think that, I like, and when I started listening to her, whatever, I had heard a few songs before, just didn't know that was who that was. But then when I started realizing who she is, and I put the put the face to the name, I felt good about that, because she has like somewhat, at sometimes a little tomboyish look, and at sometimes a very beautiful, stunning look to her, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
Like, she can go on both spectrums, kind of like the Brat. But the Brat, when she came out sexually, to me, she looked uncomfortable at first.
But you know who she really reminds me of?
Who, Rhapsody?
Bahamadia.
That's going back there.
I kid you.
She went in her bag.
She reminds me of Bahamadia, because I used to listen to her in Three the Hard Way with K Swift and Mecca.
Yeah.
That's who she reminds me
So,
of.
speaking of that, and y'all, I don't know, y'all might kill me for this, but City Girls, for better or worse, they to me, no one else, they remind me of a little bit of Salt and Pepper and a lot of JJ Fad.
With
like
some Lil' Kim and pistol whipping and
but like
Robin.
I gotta disagree. On that one.
like they rap very similar to JJ Fad.
Young Miami, no offense, I don't knock the City Girls. They do numbers. I get it. To me, she's off beat with the beat.
Kind of like
Yeah,
JJ
like
Fad.
you're chasing the beat.
But JJ Fad was kind of like that fast.
But the thing is, they kept up with their beat with JJ Fad. They speed rappers. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't compare City Girls to JJ Fad. Oh, absolutely not. No, I disagree with now. Lil' Kim, yeah.
I mean, subject
as far
wise,
as the style, the ways, you know what I mean? The fashion, I get it. Lyricist wise, absolutely not.
Okay.
They got their own style. That's the thing. They
and-
their own person, and you can't take that away from them.
I agree with that.
You see what I'm saying? City Girls is City Girls. I don't think it's no comparison, because they got their own style. Love them to death. Don't knock them at all. They doing numbers. I'm happy for them. God knows I am. But as far as comparing them to JJ Fad, absolutely not.
In my opinion.
Nor Salt and Pepper. Those are legends.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared of Mimi right now. I'm about to roll away from you a little bit.
I'm just saying, like, so 2 feet, like, there's not another Salt and Pepper just because you got two females bouncing off each other. There hasn't been a female hip hop group other than really Salt and Pepper, and JJ Fad too. But
I'm gonna sound like
that.
a big prude. I think they sound. It's just gross to me sometimes when you listen to another female say certain things. It's like
they
but
telling
that's
us
just
how they came up.
But that's just my cup
it's
of tea.
not
And
right.
sometimes that's a lie too. Sometimes that's a whole lie. Sometimes
True.
people will talk about they did this, they did that. Like a lot of artists that say they was robbing and riding in the streets and they had hella stacks of bread and all this, and they're like in a little one box apartment with a car that goes pow when they drive down the street. But they did it. They made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not my cup of tea or brandy or vodka, but hey, whatever floats your boat.
I feel like there has been a couple female rap groups, but going up and they're getting bigger and bigger. Sometimes management companies or labels will be like, no, we want her.
Yeah,
just her.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And so they break up. I mean, it's just how it goes. And I feel like City Girls just stuck together like, no, it's us. It's us.
and that's a tribute to Young Miami because what's the other one?
JT, she can
JT.
rap.
Locked up.
Yeah, she's
she
in
can rap
jail, and
now.
a lot of people would take that and be like, "Pew," but
Yeah.
she is holding it. And I mean, there's not a lot of groups anymore period. It's like people can make your money, and why do I gotta split it?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I just thought about what was I gonna
Like
say.
Migos is crazy.
I love them. I love Migos. That's just me.
I like a lot more of their music now versus back when
They're
around
funny.
about when I first started doing promotion for hip hop, because I started actually at Ibiza's, and that was fun. That was just so much fun, like helping them promote drag king shows or whatever. But anyway, when I started doing it for hip hop artists, we went out for the first time, and I had to bring out a show CD for an artist that was opening for Migos. And I was like so excited because I got to like skip line and all this stuff. I didn't even like them then. And then I got in there, and it was very disappointing because I didn't get there till like it was South Carolina event, so it was like 2 or something like that. And then they sat down and was smoking. And they, but I like them. They are funny. Cause my son, when I'm going through Walmart, if he can't find me, he'll be like, "Mama," and I'm like,
I love the ad-lib, yeah.
So we were talking about JJ Fad, Salt and Pepper, some of the pioneers, the Brat. This whole new style of current. Who would you accredit? Little Kim accredit this new wave of females, like because I saw somewhere, I think it might have been on Joe Budden's podcast, so they're just talking about old Nicki. Like a lot of these new people are from Nicki. But then you were saying Little Kim, but Little Kim's kind of like Little Kim, Nicki to now. Would y'all say that would be like the lineage of today's hip hop? Well, and when I say today, the people that like the Meg Thee Stallions, the Cardi B's, the City Girls, the people that's more trending. Would you say that? Would you think that's accurate?
If it wasn't for Meg Stallion I would say Kim paved the way for that lane right there.
Yeah.
Kim, Foxy Brown.
All them. Remy Ma had something to do with it too. You know what I mean? Yeah, love Rod Digger. Had that lane.
I feel like Lauryn Hill more of
she was more of
the Rhapsody. That lane.
You know what? Matter of fact, y'all just put 2 and 2 together. That's actually who she reminds me the most of. Is a Lauryn Hill, like as far as like what I feel from her, not like not her sound, but how she makes
that
me
vibe.
feel.
That energy. Yeah. But yeah, if it wasn't for Little Kim, it wouldn't be Nicki, Megan, City Girls, any of in that lane. You know what I'm saying? Because she paved the way. But you have different lanes in hip hop, but they all come together and empower each other, which it's supposed to do because there's no judgment zone. It isn't. It's no judgment zone. As long as you're doing what you love to do, and they see that you killing it, keep doing it.
So Russiia, do you like? I know you're. I'm not gonna say a lot younger, but you're younger than us.
Yeah.
How much of these like when I say JJ Fad, are you familiar with them at all? You be honest.
Kinda here and there, dibble dabble.
And I assume, but I might be wrong. Little Kim.
Yes.
Familiar with them?
Some of the names y'all are saying, I'm like, who? I need to do some research when I get home.
How about Eve?
I got a
Eve,
playlist for you. I don't know if you got Apple Music, but I might put the link in the bio. Because I was just comparing like hip hop was, and I feel like that overall, not just women, but I feel like it was definitely more diverse in the forefront. Because for every Little Kim and Foxy, there was a Rod Digger, there was a Bahamadia. You had Salt and Pepper,
Queen Latifah,
Queen
Latifah,
Moni Love, MC
Love.
Light, Roxanne Shante, Sweet Tea, Shyrock from Gervais. The list goes on and on. Go ahead.
I'm blank. She be pulling it up out my head. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm that old. I am. It's all right because we come from a good genre. I don't care, 80s, 90s, and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
And then as we go on along, it still gets. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's. If we could just get a little bit more some of the 90s. I don't want to go back to the 90s I don't want to have the 90s all over again, but just like a little bit of that into what we got going on here, because I think a lot of people that have really good talent are more focused on money and the fan base. And I know you want to entertain your fans and have them or whatnot, but I would feel more along the lines of being more personable with them. It being on a different level than just bringing out a lot of people. I want them people to love me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's me as a host of a show. So I really feel like that's how people should feel if they're performing.
I guarantee if Rhapsody, Tierra Whack, Chica or Kamaji collab with Cardi or Megan or City Girl, I guarantee if any of those collaborations come together, I guarantee you they'll make a hit.
Yeah.
Guarantee you.
Yeah, I mean, do you think...
Hands down.
So, like, are you familiar with the song by Angie Martinez, Ladies Night? Oh, wow.
Are you bringing up... are you thinking of the...
So I'm talking about Ladies Night
That
had
was
Angie
it.
Martinez,
She can spit too.
Little Kim.
Yes, okay, yeah. That
I
one,
think,
yeah.
was it
I think
the
you would
Brat?
too if you heard it.
Probably
Yeah.
have to hear it.
Yeah,
It's
if you
like
hear it, I really think
it's
you
like
would
a
know
pretty
it.
much a female posse cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the likelihood? Do you ever think
Would it
these
not?
new generation? Yeah, exactly. Do you think
Yes.
any of these females would do something like that?
Absolutely.
Like, because it seems it's almost at one point it almost seemed divided. It's like
I was about to say, egos seem like they're soaring a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because I hear like there's almost a Nicki Megan thing brewing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised by the time this comes out, Nicki and Megan have a beef. You know what I mean? So and then is it just Nicki? Like, because it seems like everybody else seemed to get along, or is it? I don't know, and I don't know enough
they come
about
at Cardi too, but Cardi's mouth is loose. But I still like Cardi. I like her being herself. I love that part of her.
I don't know of any other female artists that come at Cardi.
I've heard
And I
people
don't-
say
No, I don't
negative
think
things.
so.
I've heard people say negative things.
People,
Maybe-
yeah. I mean,
maybe I'm
people.
intertwining that.
When
yeah.
you're at top, people gonna bring
But
you
she's
down.
the type to, I don't care. You see the numbers, they don't lie.
Right.
Yeah.
So
She's like, yeah,
she
my
just
teeth
brushed
is
it
messed
off.
up,
You know
I
what I'm
got a
saying?
bag.
Ever since she had her daughter, that woman has built up a lot of patience. You hear me?
Yeah.
When you have kids, your patience go from
So who would
0 to
who
about
would you
100.
like to see collaborate?
I would love to see Chica, if I said that right. And I would love to see Chica and Cardi, Rhapsody and Megan and the City Girls and Tierra Whack.
All of them on one song?
No, separate. But all them on one song? Hell yeah. Excuse me.
You
Yeah.
can curse.
Hey, me and Rap,
Yeah.
look, we are proud of ourselves because we just knew we was
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
messing
I would
it
love
up in
to
here
see
with the f-bombs and
all of them on one song. I promise you it'll be dope.
It
Uh-huh.
would be
It'll-
dope.
it'll take a
Do I
while.
think that will ever happen?
I don't think
No.
it'll happen.
So who would
But
you
it
like
will
to
be
see
dope.
collaborate?
Well, apparently, as you said,
Or who would you? Matter of fact, since you're an artist, like out of are there any female artists that you would want to work with? Like who's on your wish list of someone that you would collaborate? Or would you not? Would you just rather not? Would you rather collaborate with a male rapper?
I mean, both a male and a female. With females who I would like to collaborate with would be Asian Nadal. Been looking up to her forever since she was younger. Rennie Rucci. Do y'all know who Rennie Rucci is?
No.
She just came out of South Carolina. She's doing numbers right now, and I would love to do music with her. But females that I would like to collaborate with each other, I think Rennie Rucci and Megan Thee Stallion would be like a dope song. And like Cardi B and Megan, I think would be cool too. But Nicki and Megan are about to do a song together, and
are they?
Cardi, yeah,
Okay.
Cardi, or that's what I read. And Cardi and Nicki, do they still have that?
It's not,
They did
but
Boys.
If they
It
do,
does.
but
I
it's
would
still
think,
it's still kind of it's either one side or the other. I don't think they personally are going at each
Yeah.
other,
yeah.
but it's still you over here and I'm over there.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
it's,
like that
it's,
song
it's
they did
cordial with them
With the
two.
Migos.
no, Nicki and Cardi.
Yeah, with the
They
Migos.
did Boys.
Oh, I'm
It's
not
called
familiar
Boys.
with
Yeah,
that.
no, Migos wasn't in that song.
I'm not even familiar with that one. I know Nicki just did Nicki just did a song with Trina, and it got the Project Chick beat, and Juvenile's doing the hook.
See,
That's
I can't.
pretty dope.
Trina's another one I can't.
Okay.
I might be a little
Now
prudish.
that's
on
a
that
legend too.
One. She is, but
Yeah.
I'm a little bit prudish on some of her her lyrics.
So who would you like? Who would you like to see work together? Who's your dream team collabo of female
Well,
artists?
maybe not dream team, but Rhapsody and Nicki, I think, would do a good song together. And I don't have that many people that I think should go together because I think about ego clashing. As a person that hosts shows and all that stuff and sees how people ping off of each other, I wouldn't want to have people pretending to be somebody that they're not. I think
Yeah.
that I would like just to be around certain artists and see if they vibe off each other, and then put them together. I could care less who they were.
Yeah, but
So.
people don't do that anymore. I would like to see Rhapsody and Rhapsody, Young M.A. and Remy just go.
You get out my head.
That would be dope.
Man, get out my
But
head.
then
I
on
have
the-
another one, but go ahead. I'll let you
Yeah,
finish.
and then on the other side, I would think if I would like to see City Girls, Megan, and either Nicki or Cardi kind of do something that because that song is dope as it would be with Remy, Young M.A. and Rhapsody. I wouldn't want to hit. I don't go to the club. I'm old, but I wouldn't want to hear that in the club. But something that I'd like to see y'all ladies dance to. Megan, one of the City Girls.
No, he said not all of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
JT. I'm just playing.
No,
And and then throw either Nicki or Cardi on there. I think that would have some slaps. A Juicy J beat.
But see, when you said the other side, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to separate no women. Let that all come together. Like my other one, like you said something about Young M.A.
Yeah.
I would love to see her with the Queen, Light, and somebody new, like you said, Rhapsody or Tierra Whack. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and a little bit of ratchetness. You know what I'm saying. So I don't want it's no this side and that side. Let's put this
And
all
it's
together.
like-
That's why I mixed it up a little bit. Yeah, there'll be a great album or a great hit, but will it happen? I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But Young M.A., she's a beast.
Yeah.
She is absolute. I mean, and she tells it like it is.
She is.
No filter at
So-
all.
So our generation, it seemed like most of the people you had a male cosign. It's like for every male entity you had the women, but now I feel like that's no longer a thing. Do y'all feel like? And I'll start with you. Do you feel like women still need that male cosign, and does it make a difference? Because I don't feel like City Girls have necessarily that cosign. I mean, I feel like the last one was Nicki, and she kind of had the Lil Wayne, Cash Money cosign, but Cardi doesn't really have a male cosign,
Right.
But like you said, Eve with the Rough Riders, DMX, Little Kim, Biggie, Foxy, Jay-Z, Nas,
Yeah. Affirmative action.
Flip Mode, Busta Rhymes,
Rod Digger.
Rod Digger, you
Rage,
go back.
Snoop.
Rage,
Dre.
Snoop, Yo-Yo, Ice Cube,
Yo-Yo, Ice Cube. Yeah.
Missy, Timbaland.
Yeah.
I want to pay homage to some of the people we ain't mentioned
I
yet.
think maybe we
But,
learned from our mistakes.
Oh, so you feel like it might have
So
been
I
a
think
mistake?
some of them were. Some of them put water on our flowers, and some of them put other stuff in our flowers. And
Like,
you
speak
know what I
on
mean?
it.
Well, I mean, I don't want to elaborately speak on definite people exactly specifically, but certain people made the right decision and they helped them grow, and other people made a decision and it stagnated them.
Okay.
Or they ended up, if they saw them being better than them, they started to overshadow them because they didn't want that to happen. Then you're helping me get to the forefront, and I'm the one that brought you here. So therefore,
Right.
let me go ahead and push you on over here. So some people have learned where you can have people that helped you get through the door, but not necessarily have to have them on every beat, every hook, tagged in everything that you do at every event that you do. Just know that's who I came through the door with. That's who I'm rocking with. They got me, I got them, and so on and so forth. Versus how it used to be, every Nicki song got Lil Wayne lighting a cigarette, or you know what I mean, or something like that.
Yeah.
So
How do y'all feel?
I feel like you don't have to be like co-signed by a male, but this is right now it is like a male driven industry
Dominant.
at the
I don't know,
moment.
but
in
right
a-
now it's kind of that hot girl
That's
summer.
what I'm saying. So it's making the females are coming in, starting to take over slowly. But when you do look at it, it kind of was a male driven industry. Males with the hip hop started to take over. But now females are popping back up again. But I don't think that you need a co-sign. But City Girls and Cardi, like, if you think about it, they have QCP.
But that's a label. That's management.
Yeah.
It's not like the Migos is co-signing them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I
That's
get
a
what
little
you're
bit different.
saying.
So it's not, you know what I mean? It's not like, Coach K ain't writing no raps or doing no stuff. You know what I mean? So,
go Duke.
Oh no. So overall, what would you? So how does as women listening to today's hip hop, how does that make y'all feel? Like what are you, like overall? What are y'all listening to? You know.
I, what am I listening to? I'm listening to Rhapsody now and Chica and listening to anything that's not City Girls. Unless I'm in the club or I've been drinking and then I'm gonna be jumping up and down like everybody else, and that's my jam. I listen to everybody. I don't shy away from anyone. You got to be really, really bad for me not to want to hear you at all. I'm at least listen to you once or twice. And there's so much music. Like, even talking to you now, I'm like, God, I don't even have enough time. I don't have enough time because now I'm going to go back. I thought I was listening to everything. I'm going to come back and listen to everything all over again. And then everything I'm listening to today, I can't tell you exactly who I'm listening to because there's so much greatness amongst us, and especially locally. And just like you were saying before, like a lot of the local and indie, I find that whole crab in a bucket mentality, and it's really mind-numbing at times because I don't think anyone knows that if you just bring it to the point where you could push that to the side and help each other to push each other up and uplift each other instead of weighing each other down, what you could do and create for your own city, for your own self, for everything. But I mean, it is what it is these days. You can tell people that over and over and over again, and then watch them do it. You can't make them do what you think they should do. So I say listen to everything, love everybody, and be yourself. So
Who are y'all listening to?
About the same. I say it's about the same. But you can go
she's
first.
gonna come up. She's gonna come up with something good. And
Yeah, you. I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah,
right
you
quick.
seem like you have a different point of view than the rest of us. You know, you up on
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have it.
you
Go
up on
ahead,
a lot
darling.
of put us up on game. Us old folks up on some game.
I'm put those old folks up on some game. What you talking about?
What's bumping in my car right now is Cash Shit, Megan Thee Stallion. I love her right now. Cardi, Rennie Rucci. Y'all really need to listen to Rennie Rucci. I think you're gonna like her a lot. Yeah.
Okay. And then what? So have you thought about your idea?
No, I'm just saying. I was just thinking about how when you say Megan Thee Stallion, a lot of times what brings me away from listening to something is when the radio or whatever won't stop playing it. I don't want to hear it no more. Yeah. And then it becomes mind numbing.
What song is on the? I don't listen to the radio. What song is?
It was the Megan Thee Stallion song that played over and over. I'm pretty
Probably
sure.
Cash Shit. I don't listen to the radio either.
No,
Actually,
it wasn't
I
Cash
know
Shit.
what it
It
is.
wasn't Cash Shit.
What, Megan Thee Stallion song?
Megan Thee Stallion.
If you're in the club, you hear it, but the probably
Heard
Big
it.
Ol' Freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Ol'
That's
Freak.
out.
Yeah.
Sex Talk.
That was-
I don't think
yeah.
Sex Talk is up there.
No, it's Big Ol' Freak. Like
Yeah.
you turn the radio on,
Yeah.
turn the
Big
radio
Ol'
off.
Freak.
turn the radio
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
I mean,
now,
it's
but if I'm in the
catchy.
club and I'm
Yeah.
drinking and that song comes on, you gonna think that's my
Then you
jam.
will get Big Ol'
Catchy.
Freak.
Yeah.
I
Like,
listen.
like it.
I listen to everything. I do. Like I said, I don't knock anybody music. If it's catchy to me, I'ma sing it. Playing it over and over again. Next, that's what I do.
Yeah.
But I'm I love 80s and 90s. I do. I always thought about, what if Shania Twain wanted to collab with
Oh, we about to old time road it.
right? You know what I'm saying? What if she want to collab with a rap artist?
I ain't gonna lie.
I think it'd be
Rick
dope.
did that.
I would. I think it'd be dope. Or because we have the Jay-Z collaborated with Linkin Park, which is cool. You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
that.
With the rap.
I love that album. Yeah.
You have hip hop with rock and roll. You have hip hop with country. You can collab with that and make a hit.
And I love Garth Brooks on Old Time Road too. I
Regardless,
think he
you know
did
what I'm
really
saying?
good.
I listen to I love the Eagles. I
Oh,
sure
don't get
do.
me
My
wrong. I
first
love
tape, I got it.
everything.
Hotel California when I was 8 years old. So I was like, dang, what if they collab with, I'm 8 years old talking about
Kinda
the
like
Eagles
Aerosmith
collaborating
and
with
Run DMC.
EPMD. You know what I mean? So what if that would happen? But
Yeah, you said
I
R-
listen
R-
to all female hip hop. I do. If it's catchy, if it's good music, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to listen to the lyrics. And then I'm going to play it again and then listen to the beat and the lyrics. Like, okay.
People aren't having
Cool.
a very long career these days either. So as soon as
Yeah,
you
it's
start,
very
You know what I'm saying? The
microwave.
one-hit wonders. You know what I mean? So
To me, if you're gonna come in this industry, I'm coming to stay.
There you
I'm
go.
not
Yeah.
coming to be gone in 5 years and get my moment to shine.
passion.
No,
There
I
you
want to
go.
continue to do
Right.
this,
have to be.
continue to make good music.
you have to
But
be.
how do you?
Continue to
Because
do-
like you got Young M.A. I mean, she's still kind of around, but she's not brought up. She had one big song and she couldn't she couldn't keep with that momentum.
She's more
But you
underground.
she can pop
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
She can make a hit and pop tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, she
And
could.
And you never know when your songs are gonna pop. People make songs and it doesn't pop for 7 years.
I didn't hear Old Town Road until it had been out for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm. It's been
And I
out
was like,
for
what is this
like
new
a long
song?
It's
time
been
now.
out
for 2
for a
years.
while. Young and May
Ever-
is more
Oh, you
underground.
Ooh or Old Town
Old
Road?
Time Road, yeah, it's been out for 2 years.
It has not. I don't
Yes, it
believe
has.
you.
I looked it up and I was like, well, maybe not the remix, but the song itself.
Yeah.
The original version of it was out about 2 years ago, if not more.
Young and May is fire. I just feel like she doesn't get enough attention because she doesn't give that sex
Well, that's why you have to demand it.
Exactly.
You have to demand it.
What about Remy Ma? Like Remy Ma is sexy, and she's like, I would say she's the hybrid of both worlds. She could bring, she could now
I
she could do
agree.
a song with like Megan. I could see her doing a song with Megan Thee Stallion,
I agree.
or Rhapsody,
Right.
Yeah.
or Young and May, and it wouldn't be like a stretch.
She could just
No.
go with the flow
But
with that.
but she since she got out, she has she hasn't had to wait. Like I feel like she's doing good as a brand. Her brand is doing good, but her music, I don't like. Nothing's really caught on. Like she did a joint with Lil' Kim, which y'all should have been on. Y'all should have supported that. And it's just like I'm just saying, y'all
I'm
80s
listening to
babies, and y'all, you know
Yeah.
what I mean. And that's what
I
y'all
mean,
that's what
yeah.
y'all talk about. Y'all want 90s,
yeah.
and I mean
I'm
you
like-
can't get more 90s than Lil' Kim.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I think Remy
Well-
Ma is focusing on. She just had a baby, so
Shut up
she's
on that one.
she's focusing on her, her daughter
Yeah.
raising, being a mom right now.
She's still
But-
putting out music. Like,
She is. She working now.
Lil' Kim's just
Absolutely,
trying to
she's
hold
working.
it together. See, I tried real
And
hard.
back on Young and May, like I said, she's more underground, but she's still making music. I promise you, she will kill any guy in the game,
yeah.
hands down.
She is. She's definitely one of the
She'll
dopest
kill any
artists.
guy in
She's
the
the
game.
dopest lyric
But
artist
yeah,
that
I
I've
mean,
ever
like
heard.
Remy
seen
Ma,
her
she
YouTube.
got
I said,
Melon
"God."
Magic. She got another new song too.
Who's that?
Remy Ma.
Oh, okay.
Company with A Boogie.
I want to hear that.
So I mean, she's putting out music, but and I also want to just kind of some people that we haven't mentioned. Lady Luck with Stefflon the Don, some light skinned Keisha, some newer artists.
Stefflon Don is a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's kind of hard for me to
Dej-
say I should pay attention because
Yeah.
who's Stefflon? Stefflon sounds like a man.
Dej Loaf kind of was someone in that kind of hit and miss. I mean, not hit and miss, but she had a big song, and she kind of kept it going.
I mean, she all right. I was
She
just
made a
big
little
fan.
comeback when her and Jacquees collabed and did that album together.
So,
I'm not a fan.
so let's go around. Any like final words or anything that anybody want to say on the subject?
Biggie.
There you go. That's it. You know very well. I don't have anything to say really other than what I've already said.
No, this is-
repeatedly.
Females, keep doing your thing.
doing it,
on the
definitely.
way up.
Put yourself
That's
out
it.
there.
Spit
Hot
some.
girl-
I
hot
wanna
girl
hear
summer.
you. Yeah, did I put you on the spot?
I done seen you on the stage in front of 100 and some odd people. You can do it, girl.
All right.
Oh, I want to
this
hear
right
you.
So
No,
everybody,
okay.
like,
it's okay, boo.
Let's go around, say your name, where they can find you at, and anything you got going on.
I'll go last.
My name is Russiia. You can find me on Instagram, Russiia Band, SoundCloud, Russiia, and Facebook, Russiia, and it's with 2 I's. Russian Creme the mixtape dropping on the 26th, and that will be on all platforms.
I am Sarah Will, and you can find me on Facebook as Sarah Will. Nickname is Chef Boy Yarmy. And everything else is a little bit personal, so I just keep all that public stuff on Facebook. So if you want to find me, I'm there, Sarah Will. Hit me up, DM me, or add me, follow me, whatever.
You can find me, Mimi23508, on IG, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook is Mimi Wyndham, and I have a YBFB page, your bartender's favorite bartender.
All
And
right.
she really is.
And where can we see you bartend at?
I bartend at Second Base Lounge.
Shout out Tiba.
Yes, and shout out to
Hey.
Atiba and Aaron and Kwanda and Tiki
Yeah.
on my bartenders. Yes, that is 255 North Front Street. Very laid back lounge. I'm there every week,
Right
bringing
under the
all
Waffle
my
House.
creativity. Yes, to the spot. So, in any event.
All right, and you can find me, IMOLT Podcast, YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, share, like, comment. Nobody ever be commenting. They always hit me on my DMs like, yo, I watched this podcast and I feel this way. Write it in the comment. Let's have a discussion. And, so make sure you hit subscribe. Instagram, IMOLT Podcast on Instagram. Inquisitive Mind with Louis T on Facebook. And, yeah, thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you for
We had-
having us.
This is a great conversation. First time I had an all-female guest. I think me and my producer, we might have to keep this going. I know he likes it.
Also,
Somebody
we
all-
got some
all-
locals. Lady S. Dot, she's a local artist
Oh,
too.
S. Dot is amazing.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, shout out because, I wanted S. Dot. She's out of town right now. I also talked to Sandra. She's she's finishing up
Miss
an event.
Midday.
Yeah.
The Midday Miss. So, yeah, we have it's wonderful to have such a plethora of women that's doing things that I can have this conversation with. And I'm just honored that all y'all showed up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank
All
you for
right.
having us.
Thank you.
Anytime.